my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G, flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rockabye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look, see, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the...
Today. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. As the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Right to the air is Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Finding space at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. On first down, Carr. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Oh, Waller, what a catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They go with Jacobs. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Get a look at this Seahawk offense as they come out there. And the quarterback brought in as part of that big offseason trade. Now in his 4th NFL season, Drew Lock.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he's got some space here. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Locke. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. A short kick taken at the 18, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Darren Waller in this Raiders offense back out for the next possession. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is...
And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Out quickly to the left side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they are back to 500 on the year. Got the win last weekend. And it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? It always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday.
No escape from Locke, and he'll go down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw it is Locke. And that is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's crashing. He's checking crowd. Mike 52, Mike 52. You. 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, Mike 52.
Throwing now is Locke. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now it's Lockett. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. The Seahawks at 500, sitting at 5-5, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On play action, Locke. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 51 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Walker.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Give to Walker on the read option.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Now to the air. Locke. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Again, Walker.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Caught on the right side by Adams. First down now, but that clock rolling. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro.
The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line.
Carr completes it.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Throw from Carr complete to Renfro. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Again, it's Carr.
Slant to Adams. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Davante Adams. 37 yards.
And the Raiders are back within a score.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but
Some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right? And
he's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. It's caught here by Adams. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. A final shot before half for Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go at their own 22. Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
2nd down and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Walker with another carry.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Straight ahead, Walker. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
After the penalty, it's Penny. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
He'll find Metcalf. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
$12 yards on the return that time.
And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the 1st half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Carr now to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Carr going to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Penny, a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Locke to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From midfield, here's Carr. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a play fake. Carr. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Running left is Walker.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. This will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Locke gonna throw. Eluding the pressure right.
He completes this to Walker. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Locke to throw for it on 4th. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Shotgun now for Carr.
Back to Renfro again, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Options galore here, second and a few inches.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
To throw, it's Carr.
And a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
From the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So Carr and the Raiders now down by 15. Just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Now Carr connecting with Renfro.
The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Carr.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now Carr, got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 32 that time. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll actually throw it with Locke. And Walker has it. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 1st down, Locke. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And that will keep this a 15-point game.
So it's a win for the Seahawks here, and it was thanks largely to the efforts of their quarterback, Drew Lock.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for the Seahawks, they